Sunflower, Mississippi is a small town in size, but it sits at the heart of one of the most important landscapes in American history, the Mississippi Delta. To understand Sunflower, you must understand the land beneath it, flat, fertile, and shaped by water. This land has fed crops, sustained communities, and carried the weight of generations. Sunflower is located in Sunflower County, deep in the Delta region of western Mississippi. The town itself had a population of 964 people according to the 2020 United States Census. About 88% of residents are African American, roughly 11% are white, with small numbers of other racial groups. These numbers reflect more than statistics. They reflect history, migration, labor, and survival. Sunflower today is quiet, but its past is loud with the sounds of labor, music, and change. The story of Sunflower begins long before the town existed. The Delta is not a true river delta, but a vast alluvial floodplain formed over thousands of years by the Mississippi River and its tributaries. Seasonal flooding deposited layers of rich, dark topsoil, making this region some of the most fertile farmland in North America. The soil around Sunflower is primarily clay and silt loam, heavy and nutrient-rich. This type of soil holds water well, which made it ideal for crops like cotton and later for aquaculture. The flatness of the land allows water to spread evenly, an important factor in both farming and catfish production. For indigenous peoples, this land provided food and transportation. For later settlers, it promised wealth. Sunflower County was established in 1844, carved from Bolivar County and named for the Sunflower River, which winds through the region. As white settlers moved into the Delta in the mid-1800s, they cleared forests and established large plantations. Cotton quickly became king. By 1850, enslaved African Americans outnumbered free residents in what would become Sunflower County. The wealth of plantation owners depended entirely on forced labor. Cotton grown in this soil was shipped downriver, feeding the global textile industry. The Civil War ended slavery, but freedom did not bring economic independence. Instead, formerly enslaved people were drawn into sharecropping and tenant farming, systems that kept families tied to the land through debt. Despite these conditions, black communities built churches, schools, and family networks that remain central to life in Sunflower today. After Reconstruction, Sunflower County became one of the most productive agricultural regions in Mississippi. Cotton dominated the economy well into the early 20th century. Small towns like Sunflower developed as service centers, places for gins, rail stops, churches, and stores. But agriculture here was never easy. Floods, droughts, boll weevils, and fluctuating cotton prices created constant instability. Mechanization in the early and mid-20th century reduced the need for farm labor, pushing many residents to leave during the Great Migration, heading north in search of factory jobs and better opportunities. Population peaked mid-century, then began to decline, a pattern that's still visible today. Sunflower County once had more than 30,000 residents, but recent estimates place the population closer to 23,000. The town of Sunflower itself remains under 1,000 residents. The county is predominantly African American, with black residents making up over 70% of the population. Median household income is significantly below the national average, and poverty rates exceed 30%. These figures reflect long-standing economic challenges tied to agricultural dependency, limited industry, and outmigration. Yet they also reflect resilience, families staying connected to land and community despite hardship. Just outside Sunflower lies Dockery Plantation, one of the most culturally significant sites in American music history. Established in 1895, Dockery functioned as a self-contained plantation community. After long days in the fields, workers gathered in the evenings to play music. From this environment emerged Delta blues, music that expressed sorrow, faith, love, and endurance. Musicians such as Charlie Patton, Howlin' Wolf, and Robert Johnson were connected to Dockery and the surrounding area. Their influence would ripple outward, shaping blues, jazz, rock and roll, and modern popular music. Sunflower's cultural impact far exceeds its population. By the mid-20th century, cotton was no longer the sole economic driver. Changes in technology, global markets, and environmental conditions forced farmers to diversify. One of the most important shifts came with catfish farming. The Delta's flat terrain and clay soil, once ideal for cotton, proved perfect for fish ponds. Water could be retained easily and ponds could be constructed efficiently. By the 1960s and 1970s, catfish farming began to expand rapidly across the Delta. By the 1980s and 1990s, Mississippi became the leading producer of farm-raised catfish in the United States, with the Delta, including Sunflower County, at the center of the industry. Catfish ponds transformed the landscape. Long, rectangular bodies of water replaced rows of cotton. These farms provided jobs, stabilized some rural economies, and allowed families to stay on the land. Catfish farming is highly technical. Farmers must monitor water temperature, oxygen levels, feeding schedules, and disease. Aerators run day and night. Weather can quickly change conditions, making the work constant and demanding. The industry also exposed labor issues. In 1990, a major catfish workers' strike in nearby Indianola drew national attention, highlighting wage disparities and working conditions in processing plants. Though the industry has faced challenges, competition from imports, rising feed costs, and consolidation, catfish farming remains a defining feature of Sunflower County agriculture. Today, Sunflower is a town shaped by land and memory. Churches remain central gathering places. Agriculture, whether row crops or catfish ponds, continues to define daily life. The soil beneath Sunflower has produced cotton, corn, soybeans, and fish. It has absorbed sweat, struggle, and song. It has witnessed slavery, segregation, civil rights organizing, and economic change. Sunflower's story is not unique, but it is essential. It represents the Delta itself, a place of hardship and creativity, decline and endurance. Sunflower, Mississippi may never be large in population or wealth, but it is rich in history. From fertile soil to flowing water, from cotton fields to catfish ponds, this land has shaped lives for generations. And as long as people continue to work the land, tell the stories, and remember the past, Sunflower's legacy will remain rooted deep in the Delta soil.